Hello, my name is Francis Fernando Perez Majalca. I'm a student of Behavior in International Relations in the Faculty of Political and Social Sciences of the Autonomous University of Chihuahua, and I am 20 years old. The first question is identify the major debates within international relations and why do the debates often linger on without any clear winner emerging? I think that the answer for this question is the first major debate was between utopian liberalism and realism. The second between traditional approaches and behavioral realism. The third between neorealism or neoliberalism and neo-Marxism. The emerging fourth debate is between established tradition and post-positivism alternatives. We shall review these major debates in this chapter because they provide us with a map of the way the academic subject of international relations have developed over the past century. The second question is, which are the established theoretical traditions in international relations and how can they be seen as established? I think the answer for this question is the established theoretical tradition in the discipline are realism, liberalism, international society, and the theories of IPI. Currently, our fourth debate on IRE is underway. It involves various critiques of the established traditions by alternative approaches, sometimes identified as a positivism. There have always been dissident voices in the discipline of international relations, a field of voters and scholars who have reacted established views and tried it to replace them with alternatives, but in recent years, these voices have increased in number. Two factors help explain the development. The first is the end of the Cold War changed the international agenda in a fundamental way. In place of a clear East-West conflict dominated by two contending superpowers, a number of diverse uses emerged in our politics, including, for example, state prison, partition, and disgeneration, civil war, and civil war and terrorism, democratization, national minorities, humanitarian intervention, ethnic cleansing, mass migration and refugee problems, environmental security, and so forth. An increasing number of international relations scholars express disaffection with the dominant Cold War approach to international relations. The neorealism of Ken Waltz. Many international relations scholars now take issue with Waltz's claim that the complex world of international relations can be squeezed into a few law-like statements about the structure of international system and the balance of power. The question number three is which are this is the number two. Number three is why was early international relations strongly influenced by liberalism? And I found a short answer for this question, and is early liberal thinking about international relations, for example, was driven by the determination never to repeat the disaster of the First World War. Liberals hope the creation of new international organizations will foster a more peaceful and cooperative world. Well, the question number 4 is again because I don't know what is the correct say the numbers and what is seen over the long-term realism is a dominant theoretical tradition in international relations. Why? Well, I think the answer is in sum, the classical realism of Carr and Morgan combines a pessimist view of human nature with a notion of power politics between states which exist in international anarchy. They see no prospects of change in that situation. For classical realists, independent states in anarchic international system are a permanent feature of international relations. The classical realists analyze appear to capture the essentials of European politics in 1930s and world politics in the 1940s, far better than liberal optimism. When international relations took the shape of an East-West confrontation or Cold War after 1945, realism again appeared to be the best approach for making sense of what was going on. Well, and the last one question is, why do scholars have pet heroes? What are your own theoretical preference? And I think the answer is social constructivism and the non-traditional uses and methodologic mentioned here have something in common. They claim the established tradition in international relations failed to come to grips with the post-Cold War change of war politics. This recent approach should thus be seen as new voices that are trying to point the way to an academic international relations discipline that is more in tune with international relations at the start of the new millennium. In short, many scholars argue the for international relations debate has been thrown open in the 90s between the established tradition on the one hand and these new voices on the other.